Since the Russia-Ukraine war has started, UK has continuously targeted India for not pressurizing Russia enough to stop the war. UK's Trade Minister has even said that UK is very disappointed with India's stance. Now UK's stupid media has found quite a very irrational way of blaming India for helping Russian aggression. They are now blaming the Indian leather companies for supplying $1 million worth of leather every month to Russia, which the Russians may have been using to make military shoes for their soldiers. Now why is Russia importing huge amount of leather? The reason is that Russia now is expanding its army on the biggest scale since World War II. It becomes very terrifying once we talk in numbers. So the Chinese has a total active military force of about 2 million. The Indians and Americans each has an active military force of about 1.5 million, while the Russians before the Ukraine war had a military force of about 1 million. But Russia now will expand its military force to about 1.5 million. Recently, Russia through conspiration enrolled into military 300,000 Russians who once took military training or had previously served in the military. Also, they are now directly enrolling civilians, which will raise Russia's military strength to about 1.5 million. Putin says that this is being done so that Russia wins the Ukraine war. Hence, when 500,000 additional soldiers are added to the military, they need weapons, food, uniform, boots, etc. But India isn't directly supplying Russia with military boots, ammunitions, or any military hardware that Russia can directly use in war against Ukraine, as India and China are very careful in what they export to Russia since the war started. Else, the West will instantly impose a ton of sanctions on the company that does such exports. Therefore, India is just genuinely exporting leather to Russia. From there, it's up to Russians what they do with the leather, either make a lady's purse or some military boots for its army. Now the stupid UK media wants the government to constantly pressurize India, so they export no such thing to the Russians, whose second or third manufacturing output can be used by Russia's army. And it is very possible that the UK government will raise this issue with the Indian government, since UK already has freezed £18 billion worth of Russian assets and has sanctioned various companies for supplying military hardware to Russia. This is it for today's video. See you in the next one. Until then, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.